What is up? What is happening? What's going on, friends? Good to see you. I'm on spring break finally. Got some free time. Looking forward to going through what is easily going to be the largest collection of DVDs and Blu-rays that I'll ever have, and then picking and choosing what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of, what I'm donating, what I want to watch, and then move on. Lots of things to look through here. But let's say hello to some friends in the chat. Perry and Rob Boswell pre-gaming, hanging out here, laughing and talking, hoping for some Blu-ray Fifth Element. I already own Fifth Element, but I do think there's a Fifth Element in here as well. So you're ready. Looks like they're eating. I'm hearing some Jersey Mike's going on, some French bread pizza. You guys are living the dream here. Terrifier 2. I've never heard of that film, so that's a new one for me. But Rob Boswell is going to be on the Comic Foo with the Mystery Men tonight. He's going to get glitter bombed. I may need to tune in for that. We got my man, what's Jedi Code? He's here. What is going on, Jedi Code? We got the Bronze Page himself. What's going on TV? What's going on, man? And Sleepy Reader Damon, what is going on? Good to see you. Yeah, we all like movies, gang. And so this all sort of started when my dad messaged me and my brothers, and he's like, hey, I got to get rid of my DVDs and my Blu-rays. I need to make space at home. He's a primarily digital movie guy anyways. He's watching everything streaming for the most part anyway. So he's ready to like clears the space at his house. So I was like, yeah, let's see what you got. Throw it. So he filled 3 full trash bags full of discs. Sorry for the noise, and just gave them to me. So they are piled up here. I can give you a quick preview of this epic pile I've got going here. Massive. And I'm not likely going to be keeping everything. It's really just, this is the sorting. I'm really going through these things now and kind of deciding this is not for me. I've already got this, whatever, and then making a bigger set of what I want to have permanently. So those of you in the chat can certainly shout out if you're like, oh, that's good. You should watch that because there will be stuff I haven't seen. My dad likes old movies. My dad likes old TV shows. So you're going to see a lot of like vintage kind of old school stuff here. I've definitely perused a little bit and it's definitely got his flavor all the way. But there's going to be some crossover. There's going to be some mixed bag stuff going on here. So is a pile this big called a movie? VHS tapes. I've got a small amount of VHS tapes. I do have a VHS player still. So I do have some of that stuff, but not an epic collection anymore. I used to, not so much anymore. All right. So let's get started here. I got a little pile here. We got Station Agent. It was a great movie. I already own it, but Dad's got a copy. So I'm going to put that in the donation pile. I do own that already. He's got a guide to dog training. I don't necessarily need that, but there you go. Off to a killer start. Chisholm with John Wayne. I'm not sure if I have Chisholm. That's a great question. I do have a fair amount of John Wayne movies. Definitely was raised on a lot of John Wayne. I'm going to add that to the questionable pile because I might have Chisholm, but if I don't, I definitely want to keep it. It's a Wonderful Life classic. It's a 2-disc set. This might be nicer than the one I've got. So this might be an upgrade. I'm going to add that to the keeper pile. That might be an upgrade. Midnight Run. I do own Midnight Run. Great movie. If you haven't seen Midnight Run, classic movie. How did I already get face blue covering? Wait, what's going on here? How did I forget face blue covering? Oh, blue face. You forgot something, Donnie? Don't worry. This is impromptu live stream going through my dad's DVD collection that he's donating here. So Midnight Run, I'm 90. You know what? I'm going to put that in the questionable because I don't know if I own that one. I might need to double check. Let's see here. Men in Black 2. I own Men in Black 1. Was never a huge, that disc came flying out. Never a huge fan of Men in Black 2. Any Men in Black 2 fans? I think I only saw it the one time. Because they've done, 4 of them now? It's the full screen edition. Pop, what are you doing? Full screen? That was the deciding factor. Peace, sucker. Michael with John Travolta. I did see this movie in the theater when I was in, in high school. I think right around high school, I saw this in the theater. Let's see, who was the director of Michael? Nora Ephron. You know what? I might give this one another watch. Give this one another watch and see if it's worth keeping. But I don't own that one for sure. Traffic, great movie. I don't own Traffic, so I'm adding that to the keeper pile. Thomas Crown Affair, the remake, great movie. I will definitely be rewatching this. I don't think I own this, so that's going to be a keeper. Let's check in with the chat. Donnie says, question is, Vertigo or Rear Window? Those are my two favorite Hitchcock movies. I don't think there's a loser in this choice here. When I was younger, I was a Vertigo guy. As I've gotten older, I prefer Rear Window more. I think Rear Window is just a more tightly wound thriller. Vertigo is a slow bead, like it's slow burns, right? I think I'm a Rear Window guy overall. Yeah, full screen, goodbye. Full screen, goodbye. Vertigo, I respect it. Vertigo was my favorite for a long time. I will say I haven't watched it in quite a while. Yeah, that's the one where he's like an angel. He's like the angel Michael, and he comes to Earth. It's got Andy McDowell. It's got William Hurt. I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater. Might be worth rewatching. The first season of Cheers. I have not watched that in a long time. Let's see how this looks on the set here. How are the discs? They look all good. They're all in there. You got Coach. The first season of Cheers. That's iconic. I kind of feel like I got to keep that one, right? The first season of Cheers. I definitely don't own it. Like I said, my dad's old school. He's got some of these old school classics. That's a keeper, I think. That's going in the pile, gang. That's going in the pile. All right, I got a few here that I definitely own. Let's see what we got here. Return to Me. This is a really good movie. Bonnie Hunt wrote and starred in this. I don't think she directed it. No, she did direct it. Great performance from her. But yeah, very, very sad, very, very cute film. But Duchovny and Minnie Driver, that's a keeper. But I already own it. The Matrix, the original Matrix DVD. Definitely I own this. So no worries about that one. But that's a classic as well. So we'll donate some of those that I've already got. And I don't need them again. Let's see here. Oh, good Lord. There's a lot to go through here. North by Northwest is your favorite. I get it. It's a good one. It is a good one. But yeah, Cary Grant. I mean, Cary Grant is fantastic, right? Absolutely love Cary Grant. Sleepy Damien says, keep Cheers. I think it's hard to say no to that, right? Let's jump to Nicolas Cage in Family Man. I'm on the fence about this one. It's not a bad movie. I just don't love it. What is it? It's widescreen, thankfully, not full screen. Taya Leone. This is it's got It's a Wonderful Life vibes if you haven't seen it, right? He's living his happy businessman life, but realizes maybe he might have missed out on something and gets a chance to experience what it would have been like if he'd married his high school sweetheart or something like that. So Brett Ratner directed this. Holy cow, I forget. See, that's why I got my glasses here. Just in case. Ratner directed this one. Written by guys I don't know. I don't know. What's the audience thinking on this one? Family Man. Jedi Code likes it. Maybe he's talking about I think he's talking about Cheers. I'm on the fence about Family Man. I don't love it. So I'm gonna set it aside for now, maybe come back to it in a little bit. We've got The Family Stone. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. The Family Stone. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know this one. Sarah Jessica Parker, Dermot Mulroney, Diane Keaton. I think I might move on that one. It's been a while. I don't remember Family Man, says Jedi Code. There you go. This is a great movie. Robert Duvall and James Earl Jones in A Family Thing. If you haven't seen A Family Thing, I want to say Billy Bob Thornton wrote this. Written by Billy Bob Thornton. This is a really good movie. In the movie, Duvall's mom dies, and she mentions on her deathbed that he might actually have a brother that he never knew, and it's James Earl Jones. and that there was some family mystery about what happened with Duvall when he was a baby. And so Duvall travels to the he's a country guy, travels to the big city to meet his brother, James Earl Jones, and they all have to like rehash family history. Great movie, a family thing. So that's a keeper for me. I don't own a copy of this. If you haven't seen a family thing, it's Duvall and James Earl Jones acting the daylights out of a really good Billy Bob Thornton script that he had written about the same time he wrote Sling Blade. But that's a keeper for me. That's going in the keeper pile. Of course, I own Field of Dreams. In fact, I think I own this same set, the same disc. Great movie. I'm a Kevin Costner fanboy, so definitely a keeper, but I already got that one. I've seen that one. Let's move on here. We got The Interpreter with Sean Penn and Nicole Kidman. I don't know that I've ever seen that one. Sidney Pollack. I heard it was like a mid-tier, to quote Donnie, a mid-tier thriller. He says, I prefer Mr. Destiny when you're talking about It's a Wonderful Life themes, right? I think you convinced me. I'm going to move it over. I can't keep everything, so I'm going to move it over. I'm going to move on Interpreter unless somebody tells me, oh my gosh, so good. I do like them French fried taters. Father the Bride, great movie. I think I own it, but I'm going to put it in the double check pile. It's a great movie. I've recently watched it with my girls. Father the Bride holds up really well. So does Parenthood. Parenthood, another really good Steve Martin movie. I'm going to keep this. I don't think I own a copy of Absolute Power. I do think it's a Clint Eastwood, like underrated Clint Eastwood movie. Really good cast. Ed Harris has a great little part in this. This is going to go in the keeper pile. Big fan. Ooh, Carousel. A musical, a classic musical that I don't own. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. Rodgers and Hammerstein. Come on. Yeah, that's going in the keeper pile. I don't have that movie. I don't have a lot of Westerns. Blazing Saddles. Come on. I must have found the Westerns section here. That's a keeper. I don't think I have a copy of Blazing Saddles. I have a couple of Mel Brooks movies, but I don't have Blazing Saddles. So that one is coming in. I'm going to run out of space. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to run out of space. Fargo, great movie. I'm 99% sure I own a copy of Fargo. I'm going to put that in the double check pile, but I'm fairly sure I got that one. Changing Lanes. I was not a huge fan of this movie. And Powerful, but Ben and Sam, yeah, I'm going to pass on that. A little too heavy. I don't think I'd ever watch it again. I've never seen Hitch. Any Hitch fans? Any Will Smith as Hitch? I know it's a rom-com. What's his name's in it, right? Kevin James, yeah. Andy Tennant directed it. I don't know anything about it. Anybody recommend? It's a widescreen. I'll put it on top of the pile here, and anybody can let me know. I'm not a big Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil fan. I don't think I'd ever watch it. I love John Cusack, but this is not one of his better parts. I heard the book is amazing. Not so much on the movie. I didn't care for it. Ditch Hitch. Very funny, Tony. I'm following your advice. Moving right along. For a few dollars more, I'm going to keep this because I don't think I own a copy of this one. So I'm definitely going to keep that one. I have The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I don't think I have A Fistful of Dollars, but why not? Keep it. If you got a shot at it, let's keep it. All right, this pile looks like it's going to fall over, so I'm going to move some stuff around here. Toy Story 3. I think the first 3 Toy Story movies are so good. They're all good. Donnie says Hitch is worth a watch. Jedi says Hitch is an interesting love story, but kind of meh. All right, I'll put it back on the pile and see how I feel when I get to the end here. But I love me some Toy Story. I've already got the same edition, but that's a nice 3-disc set, Blu-ray set. That's a pretty sweet set. I think I've got it. Ooh, I do not have this version of Tangled, and it's got the digital copy. I might be able to load the digital copy. Let's see. The digital copy is an actual disc. But I do need a new version of Tangled. The girls and I love this movie. This movie's hilarious. If you've got kids and you haven't seen Tangled, I think this is just funny movie. It just slays me. So the songs are good. The performances are great. So I'm going to add that to the keeper pile. I'm going to triple check that we've got a version. I agree, Jedi Code. Yeah, I prefer to think that Toy Story's world ends with the third movie. It's a perfectly done trilogy. I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else. All right, so let's see what I got here. Something's Got to Give. This is a great Jack Nicholson, Diane Keaton movie. I've seen it. I own it. I think I own it, but I don't need another copy. So I'm going to move that one along. Don't need that one. Some Like It Hot. This is a great movie. I'm very, very close to saying I own it. I think I own this, and I've shown it to the girls. So I know they've seen it. I'm going to triple check, but this is probably going to be one that gets donated because I don't think I need it. Raising Arizona. I don't own Raising Arizona. I got a lot of Coen Brothers movies, but I don't have this one. So let's just keep stockpiling here. We just keep stockpiling. All right, moving along here. I don't need Shrek 3D. That's moving along. Sideways. Good movie. Good movie. I don't think I'd ever watch it again, though. So I think I can pass on that one. Tangled and Frozen feel like they exist in the same universe, like a crossover. Ooh, that would be good. I'm down for that. Wait, Toy Story End after 3? I loved. Oh, you like the fourth one? I mean, I just didn't like it at all. So that's just me. About Schmidt, same deal. I don't think I'd ever watch it again. It's good for a one-time view. I don't know that I'm going to ever rewatch that one. This movie is phenomenal, and I've watched this a number of times. About a Boy with Hugh Grant. Great book. I've read the book. Phenomenal book. But a really great adaptation of it here. This is one of Hugh Grant's best movies because he's just such a jerk, and it's perfect. He's just perfect as that character. But I own it, so I'm good. Adam Sandler, 50 First Dates. One of the best underrated Adam Sandler movies. Absolutely worth it every time. So if you don't have it, if you haven't seen 50 First Dates, it slays me. I do own it. I'm all good on that one. Let's see here. I Am Sam. I don't think I'm ever going to watch that again. You Can't Beat Goodman and Forsythe teaming up. I think he's talking about Raising Arizona. Yeah, I mean, Coen Brothers, just Coen Brothers top to bottom. All Coen Brothers all the time. Chris, what's up? Hugh Grant is a real life jerk, so is it acting? I mean, right? Is it? It should be. It would be like casting me as the Grinch. Peanut butter cups. Hey, peanut butter cups. Right? What? Toy Story ends at 3. I love Toy Story 56. It's a good one. Toy Story 56. So I'm gonna pass on I Am Sam. I don't think I need that one. I have never seen this. I know that it's got a following. This is the Garrison Keillor thing, right? Prairie Home Companion. I don't know anything about this. So I've never seen it. Robert Altman directed it. Anybody got anything to say about Prairie Home Companion? I don't know anything about it. So I'll set that one aside if somebody tells me something about it. It's a total chick flick, and I'm all for it. Like, it works for me. This is a really entertaining movie. In Her Shoes, about sisters. So if your wife has a sister, they might really appreciate that one. I can't remember the director. He's a big name, though. Curtis Hanson. Yeah, the director of LA Confidential directed this one. I thought it was really good. But I already own that one. Let's move right along. Ooh, we got a Tim Burton film. I don't know that my dad has a lot of these. But I don't own Big Fish. I kind of want to watch it again now. I'm very curious about it. I always felt like this was a near miss. Like it could have been an amazing Tim Burton movie, but he just didn't stick the landing. But I do kind of want to watch it again. My wife loves Ewan McGregor, so if nothing else, she'll be happy that we've got another Ewan McGregor movie in our household. And I think I'm going to hold on to that. Mastodon says About a Boy is so good because he's right. Whoa, and I'm dropping stuff. He's right. It is so good. It's an absolute great film, that About a Boy. Big Fish sounds familiar. It's like the one about the man telling the story of his life, but he always like exaggerates when he tells these stories. They're larger than life. He's kind of like the great storyteller kind of thing. And his son is looking back on his awkward relationship with his dad. It was a really good opportunity for a movie to be amazing, and I just felt like it fell short. We got Long Hot Summer with Paul Newman. I've never seen this movie. I'm a big Paul Newman fan, and somehow I've missed out on a few of his classics. So I'm going to keep this and watch it. Any Long Hot Summer or Paul Newman might be. I mean, it's hard because at different ages, I've had different actors that I thought were my favorites when I was a kid. Harrison Ford was the greatest actor of all time when I was a kid. I loved Harrison Ford in everything. When I was in my, like, I don't know, teens or whatever, into my early 20s, it was John Cusack. I loved everything John Cusack did. The guy was perfect. I mean, High Fidelity and Grosse Point Blank, and then, of course, his earlier stuff. But now as an adult, I look back and I feel like Paul Newman is the top tier, right? Paul Newman is the greatest. I look at his movies and I'm just like, the guy he's good in everything. He's just amazing as a performer. So Paul Newman has slowly worked his way up to that top spot. Let's see here. Nicholas Hoult. Yes, he later would play Beast. He is in About a Boy. You are correct. You are correct. He says, love Prairie Home Companion. The radio show, the movie may just be a curiosity, but I think it would be worth checking out. Well, there you go. You just sold me on it. So, Damien, it's moving into the keeper pile. There you go. McQueen beats Paul Newman, but he's a close second. So I need to watch more McQueen stuff. I've seen like the big things, like the Getaway and The Great Escape, which sound like they're the same movie, and Bullet. So I've seen like the big movies that he's done. I haven't seen enough of the like second tier quality stuff. So I do need to watch more of that. John's Comics with Shame. What's going on, Bueller? Good to see you, sir. I'm just going through an epic haul. My dad gave me all of his physical media, all of his discs and DVDs that he wanted to get rid of. And I'm just going through and trying to decide, what do I want to keep, right? So I got a small stack here of stuff I'm going to keep, small stack of stuff I want to double check. Do I already own it? And then a pile that I'm getting rid of. So little by little. Jedi Code is asking about Indiana 5. I'm hopeful. I've loved both of the trailers that they've dropped. They have the right vibe. I love James Mangold, the director of Logan and Walk the Line. So I have hope for Indy 5. Indy 4 was like a kick to the crotch. Like it hurt. Indy 4 is painful. But if we can just wipe the slate clean and act like it never happened, and then return with a final film that really is worthy of the other three, because the other three are really great movies. I like all three of them. I feel like I have faith and hope that maybe they can hit a home run here on this last one. Let's move along to Waiting for Guffman. I do love these. What's the filmmaker? Sorry, Christopher Guest. His films, of course, Best in Show, Spinal Tap. They do have some great comedy. This is one of the better ones. I don't think I own this one. So I'm going to throw Waiting for Guffman. Oh, the case is broken. That's no good. I need to get a copy of Dogma. I wish, but my dad, I don't know that he's going to have a movie that's like that hard on religion in his set here. That's probably not a reality. But I'm going to put Waiting for Guffman in the keeper pile. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. I think I have two of these, but this is a Turner Classics 4-in-1 set. You get Adam's Rib, you get Woman of the Year, you get Philadelphia Story, and Bringing Up Baby. I believe I own these two. I want to say I own both Bringing Up Baby and Philadelphia Story, but Adam's Rib and Woman of the Year, right? Like Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. Come on. This is a keeper for sure. Unopened as well. It does say the disc was made in Mexico, but I'm hopeful that it'll play still on my DVD player just fine. So we're keeping that. We are keeping that. Let's see. Shrek. I got Shrek. I have Shrek. I don't need more Shrek. Incredibles. Great, but I own it. I don't need it. We're into the kids' movies, which I probably have most of these. Correct. I've got it. How to Train Your Dragon. I've got it. Big Hero 6. I've got it. So we're just plowing through here. Ooh, this is a great indie. If you didn't see Waitress, this is a good movie. Kerry Russell and Nathan Fillion. This is a really fun movie. I really enjoyed this. And they made a musical out of it as well. I really liked this movie. I'm trying to remember if I own it or not. It's a dark comedy, but I really enjoyed it. I'm going to put that in the pile because I don't think I own Waitress, and that would be a keeper for me. You've Got Mail. It's decent. I don't know that I need to own a copy of this. It's no Sleepless in Seattle, let's be honest. That's a far superior film. It's good, not excellent. The original, The Shop Around the Corner, same category, I would say. Good. James Stewart movie, not excellent. I don't think I'm going to keep this. I don't think I need that one. We got some other friends in the chat. We got Carrie, the officially unofficial geek. Good to see you, Carrie. My dad donated to me this epic collection of DVDs, Blu-rays, TV shows, movies, and I'm just kind of going through it all to figure out what I want to keep and what I want to donate. So it's been a slow, kind of fun look at my dad's movie collection. All right. Oh, I got another big pile here. All right. Whew. We started with 6 big stacks. We're down to 4, and then what's right here. This is a great movie, The Big Sleep with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. I own this. I own this very same kind of copy. Great movie. This is unopened, but I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to pass that along. Definitely a great movie. If you're a Bogey fan, that's a good one to keep. Speaking of Christopher Guest, here's his Best in Show. Another good one. And I want to say I've got this, but I'm going to put it in the double check pile. I want to make sure before I do anything about it. I love these early Grisham movies. In fact, most Grisham movies, it's a fair bet I'm going to enjoy it. And I think my dad's got a set of these because he reads a ton. So he's read a bunch of Grisham's books. This is, I think, Grisham's first book, if I'm not mistaken, or one of his early books. This is a really good adaptation, and I'm going to keep this. I don't have a copy of Time to Kill. I thought this was a really well done movie with an amazing cast. So yes, I'm going to keep that one. What is up? Patrick, the big lion cat, is in the chat. What is going on, buddy? Yeah, Big Sleep is a great movie. I'm glad that other people enjoy that one. But I'm biased to black and white movies. I always really enjoy black and white movies. The Hurricane with Denzel Washington. I don't know that I would ever watch this again. It is a very powerful film. I don't know that they nailed the focus very well on the film. I think they focused a little too much on his lawyers and not enough on the guy. But it's a decent movie. Great performance from Denzel. But I don't think I'd ever watch it again. So I'm gonna put that over there. Classic Cider House Rules. Great movie. I think I've already got that one. I'm not worried about needing a second one of that. Prefer The Big Sleep over Casablanca. Wow. And Maltese above both. Big call there. Casablanca is not like a noir, right? It's not the same kind of movie in that way. Like it's definitely a romance, a drama, versus obviously The Big Sleep and Maltese Falcon are like classic detective noir movies. So if you like the mystery stuff, yeah, those are the better films for sure. Here comes a story of the Hurricane. Third Man or Touch of Evil. I have seen both movies. I own Touch of Evil. I don't think I own Third Man. But yeah, I've seen both of those. They're great movies. Absolutely great movies. Barefoot in the Park, Robert Redford classic. Another great actor, of course. I don't know that I need another. I don't know that I need a copy of this. It's not another. I don't have a copy. I don't think I need a copy of this. I've seen it. I don't know that I'll watch it again. Not a big Along Came Polly fan. I like Ben Stiller just fine, but not one of his better. It's a little too gross for me. A little too gross. Not a keeper for me. Great movie, American President. Fantastic movie. Of course I own it, so I'm not worried about that. But if you haven't seen it, worth checking out. Big Lion Cat loves Westerns. I mean, I do as well. We got John Wayne collection. We got Angel and the Bad Man. And I do think I own like a 4-disc set of like his early black and white Westerns. So I think I've got Angel and the Bad Man. I think I'm good on that one. An unopened copy of Airplane. I'm going to double check, but I'm 99% sure I own this one as well. Yes, American President. So good. I'm going to triple check that, but I do think I own that one. So I don't think I'm too worried. I have several copies. I think I have a regular and a Blu-ray of Groundhog Day, so I'm all good on that one. Might be like top 3 comedies for me. Groundhog Day. Way up there. Airplane slays. Airplane slays. But I don't know how well those movies hold up for the younger crowd because I've tried watching some of these satires with my girls, and it's a roller coaster. Some they love, like Top Secret with Val Kilmer. My daughters thought was hilarious. But then, Robin Hood Men in Tights or some of those other non-Spaceballs kind of Mel Brooks movies, not so much. Naked Gun didn't go over as well as I had hoped it would go. So yeah, I won't call you Shirley. We got C Woodard in the chat. What is up, C Wood 19? Mastodon says Barefoot in the Park was one I had to force myself to watch because of my disdain for Jane Foster, and I was pleasantly surprised. Well, there you go. An unopened copy of Airplane. It's probably because he had the VHS or was streaming it whenever he wanted to watch it. But I agree, missed opportunity. I love Naked Gun. It's so funny, so funny. All of those. I think there's 3 of them. They're all funny. Grumpy Old Man, a classic. I do own this. Great. This is so funny. Oh, this is Grumpier Old Man. Both good. Both were very funny. And worth watching for sure. My daughters thought those movies were hilarious. Ooh, Get Shorty is great. I own that one. I own this one. So good. Get Shorty. I've watched that a ton. Barry Sonnenfeld. I think this was pre-Men in Black. Really good stuff. Right around the same time that he was doing Addams Family, I think. Some of those. Ooh, I don't own The Green Mile. Tom Hanks. I should keep this one. That's a good one. That's a good movie. I love The Shawshank Redemption. This one's not as good as The Shawshank Redemption, but still really strong and a great book. If you haven't read the book, thanks. I just had it stuffed. Right. I own this one. Frequency, great movie. I saw this in the theater with my wife when we were we were traveling somewhere, and I was like, "Yeah, I hear good things. Let's go see this." That was a lot of fun. Really, I have to watch that with the girls. I think at some point. That's a good one. Man, with all the streaming, make me remember the days when I had to go to the Blockbuster. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Be Cool is technically the sequel to Get Shorty. Nobody should have to ever watch it, but that's what it is. Fried Green Tomatoes. Does this have the disc in it? Yep. This is a very good movie too. And I don't think I own this one. I might keep that one just because I think my girls would really enjoy that one as well. My dad was obsessed with this movie. My dad loved The Cooler with William H. Macy, Maria Bello, and Alec Baldwin. I thought it was good, but my dad was way into this movie. So I want to say he went out and bought the nicer edition of this one. Anybody a big fan of The Cooler? I don't know. I liked it. I don't think I'd ever watch it again, but he really, really loved it. Missing the days of Blockbuster. I worked at a Hollywood Video for I want to say 4 or 5 years. It was a handful of years. I worked up to I was assistant manager, not assistant to the regional manager. I was assistant manager. But it was while I was in film school, I was working there as well. I love Fried Green Tomatoes. I definitely think it'd be a great one. I don't know how. I know the beginning is really heavy with the whole Chris O'Donnell portion of the story, but at some point, definitely they need to see it. My cooler's full of cold beer. There you go. Geekamon Unboxing says, "Hey, just want to say I'm a big fan of your Harry Potter." Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you doing that, man. Thanks a bunch. I'm still debating with the girls, trying to figure out what to read next because I want them to be a part of it. I don't want it to be just me reading. I think there's some fun to having them there as well. So trying to talk them into something. But I appreciate you jumping in and saying hi. And what are you unboxing? Are you unboxing something soon? Let us know. All right. What do we got here? Look, and here, there's another one. There's another Grisham classic, The Client. I'm definitely keeping this one. I don't have this. Good thriller. Those early Grisham, those early Grisham movies, I think were a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Oh, anybody remember Dave? This is a really good comedy. This is really good. Kevin Kline, Sigourney Weaver. This is very funny. I can't remember the director of this. Ivan Reitman, of course. The man behind Ghostbusters. This was very good. And I'm 99% sure I own a copy of that one, but I'm going to set it in the question, just double check pile, right? Classic courtroom drama, Inherit the Wind. So this is based on a play, if I'm not mistaken. Correct. Yes. Stanley Kramer directed. But look, you got Claude Atkins, you got Harry Morgan, you got Spencer Tracy, Gene Kelly, Frederick March, What a cast, man. So good. This is a great movie. Yeah, based on the theory of evolution, the trial around the theory of evolution. Definitely a keeper. Definitely a keeper. Go to John's videos to experience Harry Potter instead of putting money into JK's. I mean, right? There you go. Kenneth Bird. I didn't see Ken. What's up, Kenneth? Good to see you, sir. Hope everyone's having a good day today. One time I caught a fish and it was this big. Dave's doing, I remember that. The Scopes monkey trial. That's what the newspapers were calling it, right? The Scopes monkey trial. My girls love Devil Wears Prada, so we've definitely got a copy of that. Classic, very funny, great movie. Ooh, he's got a nice edition of Dances with Wolves here, a Blu-ray. Does it have any of the? Oh, that's nice. I don't think I've got a Blu-ray of this. This is a nicer version of than I've got, so I'm gonna keep. That's a keeper. That's an upgrade for me. The Dances with Wolves. Does it? Let's see if I can peel off the sticker on the front. I trimmed my nails recently, so I don't have the good nails anymore. Nope, that's not going to peel. Oh, well. But worthy of keeping for sure. Add it to the pile. I have not seen this in a really long time. Directed by Michael Apted. This is a class action. This is the one when it's like a father-daughter court drama, and they're going head-to-head centering around this class action lawsuit. I can't remember what the trial is about. Let's see. Corporate class action. It doesn't actually get into it in the back. All right. I remember seeing this and thinking, like, it's a good courtroom drama, but not enough that I'd probably ever watch it again. Brian LCS, the man behind the Comic Community Awards. What is going on, Brian? If you don't follow Brian, you should definitely check out his YouTube. You should check out his Instagram. This is a guy who connects a ton of the comic book community. Everybody connects and bridges in through Brian. All right, let's go here. Let's keep going. Brian, I'm going through all of my dad's DVDs. He's clearing it out. He's getting rid of stuff, making space at his house, and it allows me the chance to say, nope, I already own Meet the Parents. I don't need that one. And then continue to build my pile here. Ooh, Barbara Stanwyck and Gary Cooper in Meet John Doe. I do not think I've ever seen this. I will say everything I see with Gary Cooper, I tend to really enjoy. I think he's one of those guys that I just feel like I've never really gone out of my way to watch his movies. Walter Brennan is in this one too. Frank Capra directed it. Look at that. What? I think this is going in the keeper pile because it gives me the chance to watch it at some point. Classic here. John Carpenter's Starman. That is a classic movie. That is a classic. I think I've got a copy of that. I'm fairly sure on that one. Of course I've got Shawshank Redemption. Of course I've got that movie. Moving right along. Sands of Iwo Jima. Do I have Sands of Iwo Jima? So for those that don't know, it's one of the few movies, spoiler alert, for a movie from about 80 years ago, John Wayne dies. One of the few movies where John Wayne dies. I'm going to triple check. I think I've got that one, but I'm going to double check it. Let's see what we got here. Tin Cup. Very funny. Kevin Costner. You know, I like my Kevin Costner. I'm going to triple check, but I do think I own that one as well. The Score. If you like a good mystery, like a heist movie, and you missed out on The Score, I think this is Frank Oz directing. Yeah, Frank Oz, the voice of Yoda, directed Angela Bassett, Marlon Brando, Edward Norton, Robert De Niro. It's just a good old-fashioned heist movie. A whole lot of fun. I think I'm going to keep this one. I think the girls would probably enjoy it. Charlie especially likes those kinds of movies, so that might be a good one for her. All right. Let me move some things around here. All right, what do we got here? Shaun the Sheep. Hi, okay. See, I knew I was going to have a collapse here at some point. See if I can get these back into the correct order here. Pile them in. Ugh. All right. Shaun the Sheep. This is very funny. It's from the guys that do Wallace and Gromit and all that other stuff. Very funny. I do know that we've got some of those on discs, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Shall we dance? No, we shall not dance. I'm good. Larry Cohen live in Dublin. This is my dad's stuff. I don't need music. I'm good with that. Mr. Roberts. This was I'm trying to remember what I know about this because there's a play, right? Yeah, there's a play. Man, I haven't seen this in a long time. Yeah, this was the movie that John Ford like quit and somebody else had to come in and finish directing it. Jack Lemmon won the Oscar. Yeah, it's a drama though, right? It's not a comedy. Yeah, a powerful. I'm gonna rewatch this. I'm gonna rewatch that. I haven't seen that in a long time. I should see that again. Classic, Mr. Mom. Yes, that. It's not a widescreen. We've got this problem. My dad was buying the pan and scans. Dad, shame on you. Leonard Cohen is amazeballs. Put that in the keep pile. I mean, I can listen to his music. It's not that that's not, I don't know that I'll ever watch a live performance recording. Shame on you, my dad, for getting a pan and scan version of Mr. Mom. I'm going to pass on that. We got more Christopher Guest goodness. This is their folk singing comedy. I didn't like this one as much, so I'm going to pass on The Mighty Wind. I don't need that one. The performance is amazing, she says. What is this? Oh my gosh, Dad, you're hilarious. So my dad loves old TV shows. So here's Burns and Allen's original, like 4 episodes of Gracie and George Burns. That's hilarious. I'm going to set those on a different pile because maybe Charlie would want to watch it once, but that's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to go through and look closer at some of those old TV show stuff here. Because I think I'm going to come across a few of those, like Ozzie and Harriet. The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. What do we got next? One Step Beyond with Charles Bronson. I've never even heard of that one. One Step Beyond. An eerily unsettling show featuring the most chillingly macabre stories on this side of the Twilight Zone. One Step Beyond remains a cult classic. Interesting. Oh, so it's an anthology show, kind of like Twilight Zone. Never heard of this. One Step Beyond. Anybody? That's a new one for me. John Wayne died in a total of 12 films. 4 of them were before Stagecoach. And of course, his character was already deceased. Spoiler. And obviously there's The Shootist, which is, I think, one of his best performances right at the end of his career, right? What else we got? We got another one. We got The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. What in the world is this? Starring Ronald Howard, son of the legendary Leslie Howard. I don't even know what's going on here. So another edition. Do I dive into these with Charlie? They're only 26 minutes a piece. There's 4 episodes. This might be a Charlie keeper. I'm gonna put that in the pile over here. We'll see it. Red Skelton, bloopers, blunders, and ad libs. Hilarious. Oh, Rob Boswell says he likes those Sherlocks. Really? They're good? I've never even heard of this actor, so I was not aware that this guy was any good. We've obviously watched is it Basil Rathbone, like the old school? Just for you, Rob. This one's moving over here. This one's moving over there. Let's see here. The first season of The Simpsons. How do you say no to that? The whole first season of The Simpsons? What in the world? Let's see what it says here. It's got, nope, it doesn't tell me anything about that. It doesn't even tell me which episodes or how many. The little pamphlet is gone. So we'll just have to make it up as we go. But the first season of The Simpsons, I'm keeping that. All right, my pile is leaning a little bit here, so I'm going to fix that. And I'm going to start a new pile. We're on pile number 2. Love Red Skelton, but any more of the episodes are everywhere. That's true. Taken. I do believe I own this Blu-ray. I will double check. But I think I own this on Blu-ray already. So I think we're good there. Alan Alda in Same Time Next Year. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Oscar winner Ellen Burstyn and ever popular Alan Alda. I don't know anything about this. So anybody can tell me anything about Same Time Next Year. Meet the Fockers. The girls have seen Meet the Parents. Maybe we watch Meet the Fockers and then we pass it along. So maybe that's a like. We'll keep it for now. Roy Rogers. The Roy Rogers Show. I mean, if it's Leslie Howard's son, gotta see how the apple falls there. All right, we're cutting into the pile here, folks. We're cutting into the pile. Another Coen brother. My dad likes the Coen brothers, so this is Lady Killers with Tom Hanks. I was not a fan of this one, so I'm not going to keep that one. I'm going to keep moving right along. John Wayne and Cahill, U.S. Marshal. I don't know that I've seen this one in a really long time. Cahill, U.S. Marshal. I don't particularly remember it being like one of the better or worse ones. It was somewhere in the middle. I'm going to have to think about that one. I'll put it here in the Do I Have It pile. We'll double check that. Pleasantville is a great movie. I love this movie. Great movie. Gary Ross, who did Seabiscuit. And you got Tobey Maguire, William H. Macy, Joan Allen, and sorry, what's her name? Reese Witherspoon. How did I forget Reese Witherspoon? Great cast. Great movie. Whew. Do I have a DVD of it? I'm not certain, so I'm going to put it in the Do I Have a DVD pile. That's I got to double check that. My dad's got a Chuck Berry disc set. Sorry about the cover, but the printer ran out of ink, he says. A whole Chuck Berry rock and roll thing here. I don't watch that, so I'll pass it on. Mastodon says, Cahill, I've only seen once and don't remember much about it. I confuse it with Chisholm. Respect that. Pleasantville was great. Hey, Callie Comics in the chat. What's going on, Callie? I love that movie. I think that movie's great. Really, really good movie. The music alone will get me crying. Great Western. If you like Westerns at all and you missed out on Open Range, go out and get it. Go out and get it now. Like, this movie is great. Amazing cast. That gunfight at the end is buck wild. It might be the greatest gunfight in a cowboy film, period. So just think about that. Mississippi Burning. Great movie. I probably wouldn't watch it again, but very, very good movie. Early Willem Dafoe. Look out, looks like a baby. Little baby Dafoe there. Of course, Gene Hackman, great. Frances McDormand, great in this. Powerful film. Who directed this? Alan Parker. But yeah, I mean, great movie. I think they took some liberties with the history, as far as I understand, but just made a very compelling film for sure. Speaking of Seabiscuit, there it is. There's Seabiscuit right there. And I definitely own Seabiscuit already, so we're good on that one. The Lion in Winter with Peter O'Toole and Katharine Hepburn. This is a classic. Isn't this the one with Timothy Dalton, Anthony Hopkins? Yeah. I mean, powerful. Do I keep it? I don't think I'll ever watch it again, but it is a great movie. Really good. Really good movie. Donnie says Open Range is a beautiful modern Western, right? She said, ooh, that's a good one. I'm assuming she means Seabiscuit, but it could have been Lion in Winter. I like Lion in Winter too. Monty Python's Life of Brian. This movie's hilarious, and I don't own it, so this is a keeper in the keeper pile, which is getting a little tipsy. I got to put it down lower. Sorry. Very good one. Ooh, I've never seen this movie. My dad is a big Will Ferrell fan, so The Other Guys, Blu-ray edition with Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. If nothing else, it's a chance to watch it. So it's going to go in the keeper pile, and I'll get a chance to actually see the movie. Very entertaining. Lion in Winter, she says. Yeah, great one, right? My Name is Nobody, one of my favorite Westerns. I don't know why most people don't remember it. I don't know that I know that one, actually. You're right. Nobody is a classic, says Boswell. Other Guys is okay, says Carrie. But at least I can see it once. At least I can watch it. Spinal Tap. This movie's a classic. Classic. And I'm not certain that I own it. So it's going in the double check pile. But more Christopher Guest. You see, my dad's got a taste. Westerns, Christopher Guest, Will Ferrell. You're getting a sense of it here. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I am talking movies with my movie friends in a week from Saturday, and we're talking about Guy Ritchie movies. So this movie will come up for certain. I do own it, but be ready. I've got to watch his movie, The Gentleman, which I think is streaming right now, that I heard was really good. And I'm going to probably finish this and then eat lunch while I watch The Gentleman. That's coming up for me. All right. Oh, I got a TV pile here. A lot of TV stuff in this pile here, including Ozzie and Harriet. The first 20 episodes, or at least 20 of the episodes. Not anything I'm going to keep, but there's Ozzie and Harriet. I do own the first season of Arrested Development. This show is hilarious. I do own it, though. Spinal Tap goes to 11, right? Always. Terrence Hill did that. Okay, I didn't know. Paddington, we own Paddington. I'm all good there. Despero, great story. Mickey's Adventure in Wonderland. I'm good. Nightmare Before Christmas, you guys, unopened. What? Does it have the digital code, or is it a disc? It might be a disc. Yeah, this is so old that it didn't have a digital code. You had a disc that you inserted in, and it would give you a digital version. Classic movie, but I think I own it on Blu-ray. I think I've already got it. So I'm going to put it in the double check pile, but I'm 99% sure I'm going to pass that along. Oh, my dad loved this show, Boston Legal. My dad thought this show was hilarious. He loved this show. It's probably a bigger hit with him for Shatner than it was Star Trek or anything else. I think I've watched a lot of it, but it's been a long time. I don't think I would ever watch it again. So I'm going to put that in the donate pile. Bob Newhart Show, classic. It's the complete first season. I don't know that I'd watch it again. Put that over there. Oh, the Betty White Show. 3 full-length episodes of the Betty White Show. That's pretty classic. That's pretty funny. I'm surprised your dad doesn't own The Long Riders featuring the Guest brothers. It might be in here. You don't know. The Gentleman is fantastic. Hugh Grant is brilliant. Well, there you go. See? Right there. I don't have the 3rd season, I think, of Arrested Development. I've got the first 2, and I don't have the 3rd season. So this is nice. I'll add that to the keeper pile. But he does have season 2 here, too. But I don't think I need that one. I think I got those 2. The Abbott and Costello Show. This is what I'm saying. He's got some of these old school stuff here. I don't know what to do with all this stuff. My man, Paul Newman in The Verdict, and that disc is all scratched up. But I've seen The Verdict. I don't know that I'll watch it again anytime soon, but classic Paul Newman. Redford, Unfinished Life. This is a sad movie, man. Whew. That was a heavy movie. Hey, we had season 1 of Cheers, and I got season 2 of Cheers. And that's a keeper. I'm going to keep that one. The Funniest Families, Dick Van Dyke, Andy Griffith, Blondie, and the Beverly Hillbillies, classic television. I'm good. Oh, wow. Gunsmoke. Wow. How much of the whole first season of Gunsmoke? 17 hours? 17 hours? Holy cow. How many discs are in here? 6 DVDs. Yikes. Almost 40 episodes of Gunsmoke. Wow. What was wrong? Nothing is wrong with Abbott and Costello, Rob. Nothing's wrong with it. I just don't think I'm going to watch them again. So put that Abbott and Costello in the keep pile if you're keeping Cheers. Come on. If it was a nicer, I mean, it's in like this like floppy case, and the disc is just rubbing up against cardboard. Like, it's not worth keeping. Sorry. Apologies to the chat. Gunsmoke, though. Yeah. My dad has Have Gun Will Travel is probably in here. Callie, you buckle up. I don't think I would dive into Gunsmoke again. I've seen scattered episodes, so I don't think I need that one. All right. Oh, let's go over here. Sorry. The Practice. It's just volume 1. Okay, so clearly there's a box of The Practice around here somewhere. So I'm going to set that aside until I find the rest of the first season of The Practice. The first season of Frasier. I don't know. Cheers. I like Cheers better than Frasier, but that was just me. And my dad loved Frasier more, so I'm sure there's more Frasier coming. What are you guys' thoughts on Frasier? I don't know if I can't store everything. I can't keep everything. The Honeymooners. Bang, zoom. That is old school. 39 classic episodes of The Honeymooners. Special edition. We need to know where John is dropping these off. You hit me up, Carrie. I'll put together a little gift box for you. The Honeymooners. I don't know about The Honeymooners. I don't know that I'll watch that. More Boston Legal. This is season 2 of Boston Legal. I think I'm good with what I'm not having for that. More Ozzie and Harriet. I don't know that I need more Ozzie and Harriet. I don't like Frasier, but I love Cheers. There you go. All in the Family. Old school. Complete first season of All in the Family. Look at, speaking of babies, look at baby Rob Reiner. Look at little Rob Reiner. Just a baby. I don't know that I'll watch All in the Family again. It was funny. I remember thinking it was funny as a kid. It's been a long time. This is something my dad put together. He clearly burned this one himself. 50s classic television. You got Adventures of Fu Manchu, Highway Patrol, Sea Hunt, Hopalong Cassidy, Rin Tin Tin, Captain Midnight, Casey Jones, Spirit of 42, and Baby Huey. Look at that. Old school. Ooh, that case is even breaking. It's clearly oxidized. But my dad putting together his own discs. That's hilarious. 2.5 Men. No, thank you. I'm not a big fan. Sorry. The Rifleman. So you got classics here. Classics. She Loves All in the Family. All right, well, there you go. Ooh. The complete original series. Complete first season of the original Adventures of Superman. That could be a lot of fun to watch. It's also comic book related, so it almost fits a little better, right? Wow. 24 episodes. No. 26 episodes. The original Superman. I kind of have to keep that, right? Look at that. All in the Family was called Family is the Worst in Finland. That's hilarious, Comics Family. That's so funny. I love 2.5 Men, but not everybody's taste, says Bronze Page. I mean, I had a friend that worked on that show. When I was in film school and I graduated, she went to a different film school after that and then got hired on as like a writer's assistant on 2.5 Men. And she worked on when Charlie Sheen was really having problems. That's when she was working on the show. So, can you play those live right now? I don't know, Calvin. Can I? George Reeves, right? There you go. BLC is agreeing with me on that one. Keep it. All in the Family is probably the only series other than TMNT that I would buy the complete series of. There you go. All right. You got more TV. Oh, man, I found a whole TV pile here, clearly. Oh. All right. This one's just called TV Time. And it's just a bunch of like classic TV things here. Hillbillies, Andy Griffith, Dick Van Dyke, Lucille Ball, Ozzie and Harriet, Petticoat Junction. Yeah, I don't know that I'll watch any of that. Oh my goodness. More Frasier. Second season of Frasier. I told you there would be more Frasier here. My goodness. Some Friends. The complete first season of Friends. I don't know where I'm running out of room here. I'm not a huge Friends fan, but I liked it when I was younger. Looks like some old Johnny Carson episodes. He might have burned. Mr. Peepers. I don't know what that is. I'll just put that up there. I'm running out of room. The Lucille Show, and there's no discs in that. That one's just empty. Oh, there's a disc. there's a disc right there. The Lucy Show. Sorry, the Lucy Show. Oh my goodness. Got all the old Reeve Superman. Read more better. I got to read more better. You can play those live, right? You can play those live now, right? I don't know. Can I just play them while I watch them? I guess I don't know. Let's see here. TV compilation of the Cisco Kid, Bonanza, Lone Ranger, and 26 Men. He must have been on some mailing list where they just sent him these cardboard boxes where they were like, it was like a PBS thing, right? The Best of Saturday Night Live with Will Ferrell. I don't know that. I don't know that I need that one. Another Simpsons, the complete second season. So I'll put that with the first season. Why not? Ooh, that's nasty. That's just coming apart. 26 episodes of the greatest Western TV shows. And it's falling apart all over me. That one's just going right in the back. More 2.5 Men. This is the first season. So I had the second season. Now I got the first season. Space Adventures. I don't even know what that is. That guy's outfit's amazing. Copyright law would say no, but I won't tell anyone. Lucy saved Star Trek. That's a good fact. That show, I know Star Trek was always struggling to maintain its audience, right? I got more TV. Oh my gosh. I got one more big pile of television. I'm still waiting to find the rest of The Practice. The Odd Couple TV series. I don't think I would ever watch that. News Radio. What a great show that was. The first 2 seasons of News Radio. Would I ever watch it? That's the question. Would I ever watch it? I don't know. Probably not. But I liked it. It was a very funny show. My Little Margie and Trouble with Father. This pile next to me is getting really large. Murphy Brown, the complete first season of Murphy Brown. I mean, I watched it when I was a kid. I always liked towards the end when Scott Bakula was on Murphy Brown. Because I was a big Quantum Leap guy. So I was like, yes, more Scott Bakula in the world was a good thing. I'm running out of room. Yeah, Phil Hartman. The Golden Years of Comedy. Classic television. Mr. Peepers, The Life of Riley, The Trouble with Father, I Remember Mama. There's a lot. He's got a lot of these old school, more Dick Van Dyke, Golden Age Heroes of the West. Ooh, he's got a whole Jack Benny thing here. Let me pull that out. Oop, sorry, knocked over some Legos. Yeah, this goes in here. 5-disc set of the Jack Benny collection. I want my $2. Thank you for the super chat. Cali Comics, much appreciated. Let me play something fun for you here. Let me see what I got. What do I got? It's just me because nobody's home, so why don't you get the me party? Me party. A party for myself. I'm having a me party, and I need nobody else. And I'll give you one more. I'll give you some Disney. No. I'm always watching cautiously just to see Charlie get plowed. It always makes me laugh. Oh, so good. Here's another unopened Leave It to Beaver, the complete first season of The Beav. What is up? I don't know that I'd ever watch it. That's the problem. It's unopened. It's very nice, but oh wow, old school Saint Elsewhere. Wow, talk about baby. Look at baby Denzel. There's baby Denzel. He's such a baby. I do remember this was like the show that like my parents would be watching and it'd be time for me to go to bed. Like I'd already watched Magnum PI and now they were moving on to Saint Elsewhere. And I think I've got most of Magnum PI collected, but here's Saint Elsewhere. Old school. Let's see. Just knocking her over with that hair, right? Just whipping that hair around. And that was my wife had made that long, it was a yarn for her because one year Kate wanted to be Rapunzel from Tangled. So she made her this epic hair that she could like tie into her own blonde hair and then like carry around her. It was very funny. Which 60s show would you watch a marathon of? I mean, Star Trek would be top of the list. I don't know that there's anything that would be coming anywhere close to Star Trek. Plus, it's short. You wouldn't need to spend like 5 days doing it. There was not that much Star Trek. You know, the Star Trek was pretty short. It didn't last very long. That's the other benefit. I like my sleep. Classic TV series. It's Charles Bronson, guest starring Charles Bronson. It's Richard Boone's Medic. I don't know. If Richard Boone was my doctor, I'd be really scared going in there. I'd be really worried going into that. The Mary Tyler Moore Show? Dad. Class. You got some schmutz on that one, but Mary Tyler Moore, the first season of Mary Tyler Moore. I kind of feel like I got to keep this one, right? Let's see, how many episodes does this have? It doesn't tell you on the outside how many episodes. A 7-season show, 29 Emmys. Yikes. Let's see how many episodes were in the first season. It doesn't even tell you. Come on. It doesn't even have the little pouch, the little pamphlet. Drag. That's too bad. It doesn't tell you how many episodes are in one season, but it looks like it's a lot. I think I got to keep that. I think it's a keeper for now. The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Got to do that one for the girls, right? Right? Twilight Zone started in 59, but it aired in the 60s. I'll give it to him. Toby, I just started paying for StreamYard like 3 months ago, somewhere at the beginning of this calendar year, somewhere in that range. So it's only been recently that I started paying for it. So hence no more duck, no more StreamYard logo here for me. MASH? What? Season 1? That seems like a keeper. I don't know. 3-disc set. 24 season 1 episodes of MASH. That might be a keeper. Wow. I'm going to put that in the keeper pile for now. Vote yes for MASH, says Rob. There you go. The question is, right, will John watch any of these things, right? Will John spend the time watching any of this stuff? All right, I finally found the rest of the first season of The Practice. Powerful show, heavy show. I watched a lot of it, but I don't know that I want to watch it again. Kind of depressing, kind of dark. I don't know that I need more of that. Oh, I've got quite a leaning tower going. Just be ready. Just be ready for the fall. It could just go at any moment. I Married Joan. Good job. Hope she's happy. Don't know what that is. Seinfeld 1 and 2. I'm not the biggest Seinfeld fan, but how do you say no to that? How do you say no to that? Your wife has all 11 seasons of MASH? Whoa, that's impressive. I've been watching your entire stream, only been holding radio silence, says Toby. You're here for the fall. Be ready at any moment. You'll just hear this crash and you'll all just jump. Hopefully nobody's driving. But I got to keep Seinfeld 1 and 2, right? 2 seasons of Seinfeld? That's going in the pile. I mean, I'm not the biggest Seinfeld fan, but you got to keep it. Oh, now these I've got to keep. Holy cow. The Rockford Files? Dude. Jim Rockford is a cool character, man. I don't know why they've never like redone this. It's just such a great, different detective show. And James Garner is awesome. Love James Garner. I'm keeping those. If you ever missed out on the Rockford Files, I'm sorry. Your childhood was sad. A third season. My dad, I didn't realize what a 2.5 Men fan he was. So there's the third season of 2.5 Men. Lots of men. Almost all the men. If you keep Seinfeld, you better keep that Leonard Cohen out of the donate pile. It's just like Carrie's watermark is like, if that's better than the watermark, then come on. I'm not letting that go. Oh, now this is a show I loved, but I only really watched it when it was originally airing. I've never rewatched it. Third Rock from the Sun. John Lithgow, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. What are the other leads? I can't remember. Kirsten Johnston, French Stewart, Jane Curtin. Yeah. So 2 seasons of Third Rock from the Sun. I mean, I thought the show was hilarious when it originally aired. I thought this show was one of the funniest things ever. I'm gonna put it with Seinfeld for now, but it's really gonna become a question of space because right now I'm adding a lot to my collection. Hell yeah, Third Rock is underappreciated. It's so funny. It was so funny. Matlock. I don't know that I watched a ton of Matlock. Columbo, Dragnet for sure. Been working on getting my wife the seasons of Matlock. She's up to 7. Wow. Good work. Good work. All right. 1 pile left, folks. We've done this taken an hour and 15 minutes to go through all of this. It's taken an hour and 15 minutes to get to this last pile here. And I think these are mostly movies, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking of James Garner, Murphy's Romance, this is a great, great movie. Really, really good movie. I'm trying to remember who plays Sally Field's son in this. Darn it. Oh, Corey Haim. Corey Haim. Great Corey Haim part in this. Murphy's Romance is a great movie. I'm keeping that one. The girls will love it. Sally Field is always worth it. Ooh, dark movie. Presumed Innocent. A very different Harrison Ford performance. And I'm keeping that one. Wait, does it have a widescreen? Hopefully there's a widescreen. Dad, stop buying the pan and scans. There you go. Yep, there's a widescreen. Flip the disc and you get the other side. Yeah, this is a dark... Was it Pakula? Yeah, Alan Pakula film. But this is a really good one. What are we saying here? Remember watching that and thinking that Joseph Gordon-Levitt kid was crazy creepy in the Dark Shadows revival. Was he in the Dark Shadows revival? Did I miss that? I watched at first because Gordon was in Angels in the Outfield. Good movie. Good movie. That's a Cali fan right there. Pay it forward. Nah, I'm not going to pay it forward. The Lake House. This is a good movie, but I don't know that I'd watch it again. But this is a good movie. Lake House is good. I enjoyed that movie. The Big Easy. I'm going to keep this if it's a widescreen version because I don't own this movie. Let's see. Did I leave my own live stream? Did I click on my own button and leave my own live stream? What the heck? Did my Wi-Fi get so bad that I left my own live stream? Hopefully it sounds okay. Let's see. Pay It Forward is a way of life, not a movie, right? Das Boot. I got the boot. Yes. There you go. Let's see. Whoops. But I was talking about The Big Easy. Maybe my computer was like, "Whoa, that's a little too saucy. A little too saucy for your kids' channel." But I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it anyways. Great movie, The Birdcage. I don't know that I own this. Ooh, that disc is falling apart. But I'm going to keep it anyways. I'm going to triple check that I don't own The Birdcage, but I need to keep that. Amazing movie. I do own this one. I don't need another copy of Castaway. We are good. Calm down, John. Calm down. Am I amped up? I'm excited. I'm excited. And I've been doing this for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not a big Legend of Bagger Vance fan. I'm going to keep that one moving along. Underrated movie, The Kid with Bruce Willis. This is a good movie about, your inner child, getting in touch with your inner child. I don't think I own that one. Monsters Incorporated. I own that one. Definitely all good there on that guy. Spider-Man. I own that. I'm surprised my dad owns that. This is only our second comic book related thing. We had the George Reeves Superman, and we got Spider-Man. Oh, that pile's looking sketchy. Speechless. Who directed this? Ron Underwood. Gina Davis and Michael Keaton are like rival speechwriters for two different politicians, and they're going head to head in the middle of the campaign. Small role from Christopher Reeve, but Bonnie Bedelia, Ernie Hudson, Charles Martin Smith. Decent, but meh. The first movie in the MCU. Isn't that Blade? Isn't Blade the first movie in the MCU? I feel like I want to give Wesley Snipes a little bit of credit. Support your local sheriff. There's more James Garner. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Wry sense of humor and straight shooting sidearm. James Garner fights for peace, justice, and fun in this outrageous, irreverent, and very funny Western. On his way to Australia, frontier opportunist James McCullough stumbles into a small gold rush town and decides to earn a little extra pocket money by accepting a temporary assignment as their sheriff. Happily applying himself to his new position, McCullough manages to turn the town derelict into his new deputy, outsmart the dreaded Danby clan, and fend off the lusty advances of the mayor's daughter. I mean, it sounds perfect for him. It sounds like the absolute perfect thing. I love both support your local movies. Both support your local movies. Classic James Garner. Okay, well, you just sold me, Donnie. I don't know that I've seen this one, so we're adding it to the pile, which is getting scary. These two double piles are gigantic. Legal Eagles. It's okay. I don't need that one. So ashamed of myself for forgetting Blade. Ooh, The Heat of the Night. I do not own this. I am keeping this. Great movie. Classic movie. Mr. Tibbs himself. And we still got a small little pile. This is it. This is the last of it right here. We've gone through it almost at an hour and a half now. In the Line of Fire. I own this movie. Good Clint Eastwood action classic. That's going to fall. Oh, I'm so nervous. City Slickers, great movie. I don't think I own a copy of City Slickers. He's never opened this. Still had the stickum on it. Yeah, I'm going to keep City Slickers for sure. City Slickers joining the stack there. Bring a baby again. I already own it, but I already own this one. Now I've got it twice, so I'm good. Don't need to bring up any more babies. Ooh, the disc is rattling around in that one. Yikes. In America is a great movie. Powerful family story about loss, about the challenges of immigrating to a new country. Amazing story. Fantastic movie. And I own it. So I do not need another copy, but a really good movie. If you have not seen In America. Let's see. You better be keeping In the Heat of the Night. I'm good. I got you. Remember that Captain America movie from like the 80s? Oh, you're talking about like the Roger Corman? He did a Fantastic Four movie, I think. That's scary. I don't know that I love his Punisher Cali comics, but I do enjoy it. I can enjoy it. 3 refrigerators? Toby, what's going on? You have a lot of people coming over to your house? What's going on? In Good Company. This is a good movie. Solid good movie. Not a great, but solid. Dennis Quaid, Scarlett Johansson. I freaking love this movie. And here's one of the main reasons why I don't like Disney's Cars. Because they basically just remade this movie. And instead about doctors, it's about race car driving. It's stupid. One of the reasons why Cars drives me crazy is it is literally this movie. It is the same movie. So I don't hate Cars. That's pretty mean. It's a decent movie. But this movie is so much better. This movie is great. And I'm not certain that I own it. So I'm going to add it to the double check pile. Because I think I need to keep that one. Let's see. Father of the Bride 2. You know I own that one. I'm good on that one. Father of the Bride 1 and 2. You know I got it. My dad owns Enemy of the State? What a random pick. I know he likes Gene Hackman a lot. Maybe that's what it is. It's just a Gene Hackman thing. Yeah? Ever since Hoosiers, my dad's all in on Gene Hackman. This is an okay movie. It's no The Conversation, but it's entertaining. Tony Scott, yeah. I'm going to add it to the maybe pile, but I don't think I'm keeping that one. I don't think I'm keeping. Hey, you know I'm keeping Doctor Strangelove. Come on. Amazing. Amazing movie. That one's going in the pile. I don't love a lot of Kubrick films, but that is one of them. Hey, we were talking about Steve McQueen earlier. Bullet. I don't own a copy of Bullet, so I think I'm going to keep Bullet. There you go. Going in the keeper pile, Steve McQueen. Speaking of Gene Hackman, we're back again with The Chamber. This is another one of those John Grisham films. God, I don't know that I've seen this one. James Foley directed it. I'm going to keep it just to watch it because I haven't seen it before. I don't think I've seen that one. And just because I'm keeping that one, darn it, I'm going to keep Enemy of the State. What the heck's wrong with me? I'm getting to the end. I'm getting punchy. Getting a little punchy. When I was a kid and saw Doc Hollywood and Teen Wolf in the same day, and I thought they were one movie. You needed Back to the Future. If you added Back to the Future, you'd be set. I moved to Indiana, and guys, they still won't tell me what a Hoosier is. Talk to some people. Talk to some people. Dick Tracy and Nancy Drew, another one of those mailing list ones that my dad got. Scaring me. I do own this movie, and I have read this Stephen King book, Hearts in Atlantis. Very good. Hearts in Atlantis. Sorry. Very good movie. Very good book. If you missed out on it. Good Anthony Hopkins performance. Heaven Can Wait. Classic. Yeah, this is a classic. I'm gonna say the girls might enjoy this one. I'm gonna put that in the keeper pile. His Girl Friday. You know I own this movie. This movie's fantastic. Who's Your Mama? Who's Your Daddy? That's funny. His Girl Friday. Great screwball comedy. We're down to the last two movies, and I'm going to save one for last just because it's funny. I definitely own Garden State. I think this is a very good movie. Zach Braff, great job writing, directing, and starring in that. And that leaves me the last one, which I think Rob Boswell mentioned right at the start. Before I went live, he mentioned Fifth Element. It's not a Blu-ray, though, Rob. Sorry to say it is a DVD, but my dad did own it, and I have it in Blu-ray, so don't worry. We are all set on the Fifth Element. It wobbled. It was like a weeble. It wobbled, but it wouldn't fall down. I'm trying not to bump the desk at all, or it's just calamity. It's just calamity. Lilu Dallas Multipass. Your mom is Mary and your dad is Bob. That's funny. That's funny. Mine were Ralph and Judy. So there you go, folks. A lot of keepers. He bids. He's bidding on a DVD. You wanted a Blu-ray. He's bidding on a DVD of The Fifth Element. But for that, we're going to play some stuff for him, for Rob Boswell. So funny, man. Let's see what I got. I got this one for you, Rob. Nothing like kids sliding on the floor in full PJs, right? The footy pajamas. That's Charlie's favorite dog. Our all-time favorite best friend. So there you go. Yeah, that was on the floor, just sliding them in their footy pajamas. And you could I would grab them by their feet and then pull them, throw them between my legs, and they would just slide right past me. Yeah, Riley was a very good girl. Rescue golden from one of those horrible breeding farms. So really phenomenal dog. So this is what we got, folks. We got two stacks here, solid stacks of keepers. Another stack of, do I already own these? I think I do. And then three massive stacks of, I need to get rid of these and donate these. Impressive, Dad. Thank you for giving me all this stuff. Throwbacks to all sorts of eras going on here, and a lot to enjoy. For those of you that hung around and gave me super chats and chatted movies and TV shows with me, and shamed me for Cohen, shamed me for my not keeping awesome concert performances. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. So I'm keeping these, and I'll have to sort them into my collection. I don't even know that I can fit them all. That's going to be the scary part. Is can I fit these all? Then a reminder: in about 6 hours from right now, book club is happening on my channel, and I've got a special guest, Mr. David Boer, the writer of Canto, and he's got a new comic. A new edition of the Saturday Morning Adventures version of Dungeons and Dragons. So David Boer is writing this new series. It's just a perfect throwback. If you liked the Saturday morning comic or Saturday morning cartoons of the Dungeons and Dragons show, this is for you. This IDW is for you. And so we're going to be talking to him about Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to be talking to him about fantasy books. We're going to be talking about comics. You name it. We're going to talk about cartoons. So this should be a whole lot of fun. So that's tonight at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern on my channel. And you want to be there. We don't usually have writers on the show unless we like them a lot. And David falls into that category. He's somebody that I've interviewed a couple of times. I got to see him at MegaCon, and he's just been one of the nicest people, period, that I've met. Not even just in comics. So he is absolutely cool. And we're going to chat him up at 7 tonight. So be there for that. It was great hanging out with my popcorn and everything. Good Jedi Code. I'm glad you had a good time. I heard there was a sacred chord, but John won't. I got that. It took me a little while. I'm punchy now from an hour and a half live streaming. But now I got to clean this all up. Thanks everybody for joining, and I'll hopefully see you later on tonight when I got David Boer on here. Peace.